Huh. There's a bit of misty drizzle around this morning. I think everyone that was out at that fire yesterday will be breathing a sigh of relief. They certainly didn't have that on the forecast for this morning. It says 17 degrees and cloudy, so we'll take it. But g'day everyone, welcome back to the farm. Had a big old dirty crack along here, which I banged straight, welded it up, but I thought, you know what, that's just gonna break again. So I manufactured and welded a big old plate over the top there. Bit of extra reinforcement, but very challenging to weld because this stuff's only like 1 to 2 mil thick, and it's very easy to just weld straight through, blow holes in this. I had to have the welder turned right down. It was kind of tricky, but if you've been following along here for a while, you know I ain't much of a welder, so. But we got her done, so that's all that matters. Between that roller and that crack there's another crack down here that I'm gonna have to weld up. I've just made myself another day's work here, because you know, what else would I rather be doing? Well, I tell you guys what, after going out and fighting that fire yesterday, I just felt like a puffer fish this morning. I was slow, my eyes were just sore and red. I certainly did not have the vigour of a bluefin tuna, that was for sure. But anyway, between going over to Deere yesterday morning, getting some parts for this, I got a surprise request from a friend to help them with their header. So I didn't want to leave them hanging. I went and helped them with that, and then just as I got back here and got started, the fire started up at Bundalia. So I had to go fight that. Didn't get a damn thing done here yesterday at all. So it might be a Saturday today, but there's work to be done, so into it. But anyway, I've got one more welding job to do under here, so we might get the front up a bit higher, make it a bit easier to work on, and then we'll get in there. It's a little bit finicky in there. I'm not sure how I'm going to go doing it, but it's got to be done, so we'll see how we go. So this is what we're dealing with here. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but that's starting to crack out that way. And then if you come over the other side, it's the same scenario over there as well, just starting to crack out. So we're just going to try and clean that up and run a bit of a beater weld over it. See if we can't stop that from spreading. Yote. Well guys, that is the pain in the neck job's kind of done here now. We've got that welded up. We've welded up that back plate. We've welded up down there on that cross member. We've got a new roller. We've got a new bearing. We just got to start putting things back together now, so feels good. Okay folks, if you've been following along here since last harvest, you would remember that I went out and did my morning maintenance on the machine, and I found this guide lug on this draper belt pretty much missing. It had just, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was a bad belt or whatever, but she was peeled off and wrapped up around the drive roller down the other end there. So since we've put the new roller on that end, we've checked everything out here, we've done what we need to, we're gonna throw a brand new belt on here, get this all up to date, get it all nice and fresh. You might say, oh well, if some of the belt's still good, why don't you use it? Well, we'll just fold this belt up, we'll put it over in the storage shed. That way if we ever have any dramas, we need to patch out one of these belts one day, we've got a really good section of belt here. So we're going to throw that brand new belt on, we're going to tension these up, and then we're going to get back to changing any of these nice sections that are blunt, dull, broken, change a couple of oils, and we're cruising. Now, funnily enough, we actually changed these belts when we got this machine in 2020. We paid about $1,000 or $1,100 each belt, and these now this year are about $2,200 or $2,300. So that's like over 100% increase in just a couple of years. It's absolute madness. And yeah, I priced up some aftermarket ones and they weren't any cheaper. Hey, that's not how it's supposed to work. Okay guys, so we've had our belts back, we've checked out our rollers, they're all looking good. We got the new belt on down here, we got the new drive roller and bearing down there. These bearings on these rollers here look good. This belt here was brand new last year, so were the bearings and everything and the rollers in there. We straightened out our drum, replaced any retractable fingers. We have gone along and replaced any knife sections that were no good. We have also put new oil in our gearboxes here because I have never done the oil in those. I thought it's probably due for them to be done. I don't know what the history on them was. So I also used this little oil extractor here and I extracted the oil out of all these little gearboxes here and put some fresh stuff in. There's no way of draining it really that I know, but just gave it a full birthday, guys. I greased it at the end of last year, so we might check some tyre pressures on here. There's the bottom pan under the bottom belt. I got a couple of bolts to put back through that, and then we can drop this thing off. We'll give it a quick run, drop it off, and wow, that'll be nice. We're getting there. Well, while we got the front on, we'll just lower that down to the ground, and it tells you when you want to check the hydraulic fluid that you got to have that down on the ground. Not that I really need that on, but while I've got it on, I'm just going to check the hydraulic oil now that everything's had a run. I mean, it could maybe have a tiny little top up, but you know, the oil's cold at the moment as well, so it's not too far off. So I have checked and topped up any fluids. That's all looking good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get this front off now. This machine has to go into Emmett's tomorrow for them to do what they need to do with it, so we're going to get this off. I'm just going to leave this reel up, and I'm just going to leave it sitting on the safety stops here, because I'm not real happy with how this belt here is tracking. It's just getting ever so close to the front here. So if you have a look down this end here at this one, you at least sort of get a decent-ish gap there the whole way along, like a good ½ centimetre. I mean, it doesn't appear to be touching anywhere, but it doesn't fill me with warm fuzzy feelings that it's sort of sitting down so close. So I might just peel the belt back off this while it's on the trailer one day and just have a look, see if there's nothing out of alignment or something here on this adjuster, see if I need to make any adjustments with it. What are you guys doing? What's this button here on the top of your head? Boop. Boop. Do you like the flies? Okay. No, me either. So I might just throw this screen and receiver in here now. I'm not going to throw the steering wheel in because, well, the loader's not here, and that's a whole nother story in and of itself at the moment. Maybe you'll find out more about that next episode. So yeah, anyway guys, I don't know how many of my viewers are not farmers, but I think you guys get the idea of exactly how much time and effort goes into preparing these machineries for harvest. So when you see them graciously going across the paddock harvesting the crop, well, that's about the only gracious thing about them. Because other than that, it's just a whole lot of time, money, stress and frustration in owning one. You'd almost rather not have one in the shed. Well, just a quick light check before we head off. Make sure everything's working properly. Got our beacon up the top there, beautiful. All of our work lights are working. Hazards. I think we're all good, folks. Well folks, it is out of here. The shed is nice and empty, so that'll hopefully just be with them for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, so they can get what they need to do done, although I have my doubts because somehow these things always seem to blow out in time. But anyway, once they're done with that, we should be pretty well ready on that side of things for harvest, which will be really, really nice. So I'm going to leave this video here now. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for watching the videos. We really do appreciate it. If you'd like to see more videos or you would like to support the channel, hit that subscribe button, like the videos, that helps us out. And until next time, see ya.